Flash a generational flood. Kentucky's crisis amidst a weakened National Weather Service. Kentucky is facing a catastrophic flooding event, described by experts as generational, following a relentless onslaught of severe spring storms that have claimed at least 7 lives across the central U.S. This devastating weather phenomenon, impacting millions from Texas to Ohio, is the result of a powerful storm system that shows no signs of abating. The National Weather Service, NWS, predicts the system will remain stalled over the nation's midsection, unleashing further torrential rains and the potential for more tornadoes upon areas already saturated by days of heavy thunderstorms. The scale of this disaster is truly alarming. The NWS office in Memphis, Tennessee, forecasts cumulative rainfall exceeding 10–15 inches across a vast area through Sunday. This isn't simply a typical flood risk. The NWS warns of generational flooding with devastating impacts. The potential for intense tornadoes further exacerbates the crisis, with forecasters like Evan Bentley of the NWS Storm Prediction Center highlighting the risk stretching from northeast Texas into western Arkansas. The human toll is stark. Tennessee has tragically reported 5 weather-related fatalities, with Indiana and Missouri each recording 1 death. At least 13 individuals have sustained injuries across the affected region. The search for a missing child in Frankfort, Kentucky, ended tragically with the recovery of a body from floodwaters, adding to the growing list of victims. The sheer number of reported tornadoes, approximately 34 across the region on Wednesday alone, underscores the ferocity and widespread impact of this storm system. Confirmed twister touchdowns span 6 states: Arkansas, Illinois, Kentucky, Mississippi, Missouri, and Tennessee, including one in Wilmington, Ohio. This devastating crisis is compounded by a disturbing revelation: a significantly weakened National Weather Service, directly resulting from job cuts implemented during the Trump administration. Data obtained by the Associated Press paints a grim picture. Nearly half of the NWS's 122 field offices are operating with vacancy rates exceeding 20%. 8 offices are critically understaffed, missing more than 35% of their personnel, a situation particularly alarming considering the recent devastating events in Arkansas and Kentucky, areas directly impacted by the current crisis. This staffing shortfall, revealed through crowdsourced data from over a dozen NWS employees, raises serious questions about the NWS's capacity to effectively monitor and respond to such extreme weather events. The Trump administration's actions extend beyond the NWS. His administration's cuts and a buyout program are projected to shrink the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, workforce by roughly 20%, potentially hampering crucial operations. Furthermore, Trump's past attacks on FEMA, culminating in an executive order shifting disaster preparedness responsibility to state and local governments last month, further complicate the response to this unfolding catastrophe. This shift of responsibility places an immense burden on already stretched resources at the state and local levels, potentially hindering effective and timely disaster relief. The climate crisis casts a long shadow over this unfolding tragedy. Climate Central, a respected independent research organization, points to a clear link between climate change and the increased frequency and intensity of heavy rainfall and subsequent flooding risks across the U.S. The upper Midwest and Ohio River Valley, regions bearing the brunt of the current crisis, are particularly vulnerable. NWS maps from Thursday highlighted the alarmingly high risk, 40% or higher, of rainfall exceeding flash flood guidance across a vast area stretching from western Arkansas northeast to southwestern Ohio. The confluence of factors contributing to this crisis, a generational flooding event, a weakened NWS struggling with understaffing due to past administrative decisions, and the broader backdrop of the climate crisis, demands immediate and comprehensive attention. The federal government's response, marked by the Federal Emergency Management Agency's FEMA announcement of federal disaster assistance for Kentucky, is a crucial first step. However, the long-term implications of this event underscore the urgent need for a robust and fully staffed NWS, proactive climate change mitigation strategies, and a reevaluation of disaster preparedness protocols at all levels of government. The human cost of this crisis serves as a stark reminder of the critical importance of investing in effective weather monitoring, preparedness, and response systems. The question remains, will lessons learned from this devastating event lead to meaningful changes that prevent future tragedies of this scale? The lives lost and communities devastated demand nothing less. The future preparedness of the nation hinges on the answer.